Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to look at setting up a new shelf in my plant room. I'm kind of running out of room. Some of my trees are pretty tight where they're at, so I thought I'd set up a new shelf and bring you guys along. So first thing, I ordered this grow light, and I've ordered some before, and I like it because they're really low profile. So just open it up here. We've got the on-off switch, and it's also got a timer on it, which is nice. The plug-in, some wire, and some adhesive strips to attach it if you need it. And then the lights. There's actually two lights in here, should be anyway. So you can see how low profile they are. So we'll set that box aside. Yeah, so this is how small they are, which is what I really like about them. And this year I just have, my shelves are about 3 feet long, and I think each one of these are maybe 12 inches or so. But the way I mount them is they just go like this up underneath the shelf, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then the cables attach. I'll just go ahead and attach those now, and then head on over to the shelf and then show you how I attach them. But when I ordered these, I just ordered one set per shelf, but I think gradually I will, and my trees are growing just fine, but I think with another row of lights, so right now I just have one row of these underneath the shelf, so it's just like this. But in the future, I would like to have another set right next to it, so to double the light output. But I'll gradually order those and add those to the shelves. But this year, I just have one set, but they're really easy to assemble. You just take this cord. This is the cord with the timer on it. You just plug it in that side, and then plug in this side. And then the outlet plug is here. I always wonder how, when they're manufacturing these, how they wind these little wire ties, if it's done with a machine or if somebody's winding these up. But anyway, maybe that's just me, because I just always have to unwind them, so I just wonder how they're put on. Anyway, so this plug-in just attaches to the end of that cord, so now it's all together here, so everything's tied together, and this will just plug into the wall, and then you'll have your timer on-off switch here. So with that, let's head on over to the shelf, and I'll show you how I mount it to the shelf and get it set up. All right, so here's the shelf that I'm going to set up. It's right below another one that I've already got set up. So this is the one we're going to be adding the lights to. So let me see if I can position the camera over so you can see the top, so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on. Okay, so I put the camera on the end of the shelf that I just showed you, so you're looking in from the side and up on the top to where I'm actually going to mount the lights. So, and what's nice about these is it gives you, like I mentioned earlier, the adhesive tape and some wire, which what I've got going under my shelf, I'll need to use both, but it's just nice that it gives you the materials so you can, if you need to use it, you can. And if you don't, you don't have to, but at least you have it and you don't have to hunt and search for something to use. So if you can see up under here, I've got these wood braces and then this bar at the end. So I do utilize the bar on the end, and the lights have holes in them. So I feed the wire through the holes. Kind of get them somewhat even. And then just it's as simple as wrapping the wire around the end, around this bar. And then tying it off on each side. And I just wrap it around there. These lights aren't very heavy, so it doesn't need to be real substantial. There's not a lot of force on it. So then this will just come up here. Try to make sure it's somewhat in the center. And this is where I was talking about earlier, that I'm going to just put one row, which does provide quite a bit of light, but in the future I'm going to add another row, so I'll have 2 rows like that. But for now I'm just going to have the one. And here's where I'll use the tape. Okay, there we go. And then kind of see where I need to put the tape on the back of the light. I'll position it there. And then just press it in. And one side's up. So I'll do the exact same thing for the other side. Feed the wire through. And up around the bar on the other side. And it just depends on what kind of shelves. This is just one kind of shelf I've got. I've got some wire shelves on the other side of my room that these were a lot easier to attach. I just used the wire. I didn't have to use the adhesive tape. But again, like I said, it's just nice that they give you both pieces, so it just gives you a lot of options that you can attach these to just about any kind of shelf. Okay, so position this over here to see where I need to put the tape. And then just attach it up here. And then now we'll take the plug-in. I've got an outlet here on the floor. We'll go ahead and plug it into. There we go. And then hopefully you can see the power's going to it. And then if I push this button, we should have light. And we do. So I don't know if it's coming through in the camera or not, but it's a very, very bright light. So now we'll go ahead and put some trees on it and get it set up. So here's the new shelf that I just put the lights on. And again, it's right underneath one that I already had trees on. You can see it's pretty congested, so I'm just needing a little bit more space. And this one I've got a heat mat on, which I'll put some of my cuttings and things like that just to give it a little extra heat. But my goal in the future is to add heat mats to more of my shelves just to keep the temperature up on them. But let me go ahead and put some trees on there. So first up is, I think we'll put this large ficus cutting, and this is one that I just did a video on, so I'll link that below so you can see where this cutting came from if you'd like. But right on the heat mat, because it's got, I'd like to develop some more roots on that, so so we'll start off with that. Then I've got another cutting here that I also did a video on, so you can take a look at that. So we'll sit that underneath there. And again, here's another cutting that actually came off of this cutting that I'm going to water propagate. So I put the tag on it on what day that I put it in here, but I put that on the heat mat as well, just to encourage the roots to grow faster. And with that, I think that's all we're going to put. I'll probably add a few more. I do have a few more that I need to spread out, but I'll do that later and show it to you. But so it's pretty easy setup, and these are the lights that I use for just about all my trees, and they do grow well. As you can see, I'll just show you this little guy here. All this is new growth just in the last, I'm getting ready to do a video on this one to kind of prune it back, but you can see all this new growth from, you know, these lights that are the same ones that I just put on the shelf, and it provides enough light for them to grow really well. So with that, I think that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.